when we had 3 this month,
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of throws me off.
Second reads the motion.
Retha with the motion, Aaron with the second, all in favor? Aye. Claims and allowances,
Make motion to approve the claims, allowances.
motion by Aaron,
I'll second that.
second by Retha, all in favor? Aye. Alrighty, let's see here. Ride Solution yearly request,
New faces, I've met some of you. I'm Becky Guthrie and I've been with Ride Solutions since it started in 2000. So know it from the very beginning when we had 2 drivers. So, it's changed a lot through the years, but one thing that's consistent is, everyone and everybody in everybody county, there's so many people that still need rides. There's not. It seems like you go through a lot of trends with public transportation of the people that we serve, and all of a sudden they stop riding. Another group starts, but I listed a few of the things. Those are some of the new bullet points there. Like we have people now that we're taking like to probation here in Martin County. No trip, like one of them lives in Davies County, but has to come back and forth to Martin County for a probation meeting. No, they have no transportation. We have then we have a contract with some people for crane cleaning. So we take them up every day and then another one goes and picks them up and brings them back. So we do that on a daily basis, which is something that started last year. And so it continues. The Red Door, a lot of the people here in the Martin County now goes to the Davis County Red Door facility because it's growing so much and they have a lot more rehab than facility available. It's larger. We have a lot of ladies that come and do clean houses here, and some of them go back and forth that way. Then of course, we always have the medical facilities. A lot of them need to go to Du Bois County and Davis County for medical facilities. And that just changes constantly. We don't have anybody on dialysis currently, but we've had people that live in this county that have to go outside of it for a dialysis. So that's something that they would go 3 times a week. So we never know when that's gonna start again. But it seems like in all the county, that's something that's very important for public transportation. Another thing I did not put in a letter was a lot of times the community or the county, the state comes in and looks at the county for low-income housing or a housing project. And then they do the grants and they have points on what you have in the community to whether they award it to your community. And public transportation is always on top of the list because a lot of people in subsidized housing do not have a good vehicle to use. So if your county does have a public transportation provider, then your county gets more points for that grant opportunity. So I write a lot of letters in support of that through the years and through different counties. It kind of goes in spurts. So you never know when Martin County might have that opportunity again. So it may not seem real important to somebody that gets in the car and drives everywhere, but there's so many individuals that don't have that opportunity. So we're here and we do it. We're on the road every day and we just like to have your continued support. You have any questions?
On the medical trips to the medical facilities, what is your turnaround time on that? Like if I would call you and be like, I have a doctor's, how far in advance do I tell you?
When someone has a doctor's appointment, most people will call and say, I've got one, because they know in advance. They're usually not a quick thing. But I mean, as soon as someone knows that they have an appointment scheduled, we'd like them to call and get it on the books so we can make sure that we can get them there. So.
But if someone was sick that you would try to get them there.
Yeah, we have cancellations every day.
Right.
There's cancellations. So if someone calls in during the day, we can maybe look to see if there's a cancellation that might work. sometimes they may have to wait to get, when they're done with an appointment, we don't have a driver that sits and waits on that person. I mean, if there's another person that needs a ride, they'll go do that, and then, they come back, or maybe another driver that's in the area might bring them back. So it just depends, cause some doctor's appointments are quick, some of them just are not quick.
Right.
So, we do a lot, we've got some people that, like, someone's in a nursing home and the spouse doesn't drive, and we take people to visit them, just their loved ones there, and that's a real important aspect of public transportation, so.
Good, thank you very
Anyway.
much.
Well, I appreciate your support for last year, and I hope it continues.
I was asked by a councilman to see if you had a breakdown of how much travel you actually did in Martin County.
You know, that's kind of, that would be very hard, because we bring a lot of people, we bring people in and we take people out. I mean, it constantly changes. I mean, this is a county that we go through all the time because we come from Davies, a lot of times going to Du Bois. I don't have a breakdown exactly. Since we're in 10 counties in the southern part, I mean, they literally can drive from here. They can go all the way down to Evansville if they need to, because they can get on the Warwick transportation, and we meet with the Mets bus system every hour. So people that live in any of our counties actually have the opportunity to do that. And I think a lot of people just don't realize how far we reach out. And so as far as mileage and that, I do not have that. It would be hard to break it down.
No, okay.
Okay, but-
Look like we're asking for 2,500
yes,
for us to
please.
put on our budget.
Yes, if you can.
Yep.
And then I will come to the council. I've not normally gone to the council meeting, but I think it was requested that maybe I should come to the council meeting. Is that correct or
Yeah,
not?
I'll check with them and I can
Okay.
email you and let you know.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, another thing, do you have Hispanics that live up here? Because I do have some Hispanic brochures. Do you have a population group up here or not?
Yeah, absolutely, in Olegary, for sure.
we do, yeah.
And I'll leave a couple of the Spanish ones out here. Okay.
Thank you.
Scott, what have you got for us from the highway? I know you've been at her all day and you're ready to put us in your rearview mirror. So,
Not a lot. We are filling potholes, we are grading, we are cutting some brush, and we are doing some mowing, so.
something that's all up, running.
I've got 2 trucks down right now. Probably have both of them by midweek next week, I'm guessing, up and running, which that's not slowing us down right now, so. On that end, and still hunting for help, so.
All righty. Anybody else have anything for Scott? Nobody? Thank you, Scott.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We might-
You as well.
Chief Deputy Keller. Sheriff Department, Mobile.
Start off with the sheriff's report too, just briefly. We've got 28 local inmates right now. I did speak with the jail commander before our meeting. He is still sending emails out, looking to see if there's any other inmates that can be held. He said right now there's about 6 or 8 jail commanders asking for the same thing, so. That task has become a little difficult, but I did want you to know we are still working on that as well. I do have one deputy position that's opened up here once we get the former deputy paid out and taken care of what he's owed yet from the county. And one full-time dispatch position open, but the jail we're still good, so. That's the information I have on that. And then moving to the sheriff's app. Got a handout here if you want to pass those down. I got nothing. So last week, we were, the State Board of Accounts reached out to us, a little bit of a backstory. I did, last spring with support from Sheriff Green, start the integration and implementation of the Martin County Sheriff's app. Catfish Festival time last year that went active, and we have several thousands of people that's downloaded that particular app in the county now. So that's become a very important tool for us to be able to reach out to the citizens. I know Facebook, we primarily used that in the past, but if you don't have a Facebook account, you're not gonna see that. With the sheriff's app, you download the app. If you have a smartphone, you download the app, you automatically get everything. I know not everybody has a smartphone. Pointing you out there.
No, that's okay.
But not everybody does, but the majority, I would say, of people do have a smartphone. So this app becomes very useful tool for them. During the implementation of that app, there was an amount of money that was due, which was $5,841. We had spoken with the 911 commission, and the people at the sheriff's app also told us that those funds could be covered through 911. But when we found out last week, from the State Board of Accounts, it can be covered as long as it's not the creation of the app itself, which that's what the money was from last year. That $5,000, $5,841, that was the building of the app, the implementation of the app. So we have clarified through the State Board of Accounts and the 911 Commission that the ongoing, the yearly, maintenance, the cost to keep the app, that is covered by 911 funds. We were able to cover $1,843 of that $5,800. That leaves a remaining balance of $3,997.96. I've given you guys a handout that was provided by the sheriffsapp.com. Our liaison, Mike Branham out of Lawrence County, provided this to us. I have 6 of the 10 bullet points highlighted. 6 of those 10 are already integrated into our app. You can report concerns to us, community alerts, road closures, all kinds of different things. So 6 of 10 of those reasons for the sheriff's app, this is justification on using opioid settlement funds. So that's what I'm here for this evening. I did give you that original amount, what we were able to pay, and the remaining balance of $39.97 and 97 cents. So I'm asking to see if you guys would be willing to use the opioid settlement funds to potentially help pay for the integration of this app. Additionally, if we were able to get that approval from you guys, I would look to try to get additional bullet points added to that app. That way it shows the opioid fund is getting utilized in our app.
Sure, what do we have in our unrestricted?
Is it about 30,000?
Because I know the restricted fund, the community corrections and the court system's got some plans. But about 30 in the unrestricted, we're asking for 39.97.96.
Correct.
What do you think, guys?
Nothing against you, Keith, personally, but I'll be a no on that one just for past sheriff use of social media, so.
So we're wanting to use the unrestricted funds for,
Unrestricted opioid.
I make a motion to approve the unrestricted opioid funds to do the app, sheriff's app.
That is a motion from Retha. I will second that. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Aaron? Motion carries.
I
Thank
don't have
you.
anything else unless you guys do.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Andy, what have you got?
Went down to Linville today, didn't have very much excitement, go down there with the District 10 Alliance. There was discussion about the FEMA grant, which haven't heard anything about FEMA for the flooding. Folks down there are pessimistic, they don't know that we're gonna get anything, but we can just wait and see. Part of the Linville meeting is the Healthcare Coalition, and like a lot of other groups, they're expecting their funding to get seriously cut back. There is an earthquake exercise for this corner of the state, which is starting up next week. I don't know that you guys will be asked to be involved, but I'm gonna be in it starting Monday, and then it's got a couple of follow-on dates through the year, or through the month. So if you hear anything about earthquake exercise, I'm part of it. Our hazard mitigation grant right now is in limbo because the IU Polis Center has been told to suspend their effort until they figure out the funding on that. So we have a meeting scheduled for June 10th, which I'm gonna go ahead and have for whoever wants to show up. We'll collect some information, even though Polis won't be there. But it'll be a scaled back meeting.
So the gals that just come down and talk to us,
The two ladies who met,
Yeah.
they're on hold until the governor tells them what they're gonna do with that grant. So,
we were right on the verge of being done.
yeah, that's pretty close, so just this meeting and some follow-on work, but,
Okay.
When is that meeting?
June 10th at 1:00,
Same place?
same place. And I'll just be inviting anyone who knows of some projects that we should put on a list to mitigate hazards in the future. I know a few years back, we put elevating the bridge on 450 on the project. I don't know if that's what prodded someone to get that done or not, but that type of project that,
Take credit for it.
yeah, I'll take credit for it.
Oh, you will now.
Yeah.
You will
Now that everyone's happy with
Where,
it.
where was you whenever it was closed?
Not for the year when it was closed. But anyway, so June 10th, 1:00, just any thoughts people have on mitigating hazards. Road projects come to mind that cause things to flood out and we can't get good responses to people. And I think that was all I had with my program to leave. Yep, that's it.
All right.
So.
Monty doing okay?
He's doing as okay as he can. He's bouncing back and forth between Evansville and Jasper for chemo and radiation. They're hitting him with everything they can, so. He's still hoping for the best.
Absolutely.
I get to see him every now and then. He made it to the health department meeting last week, so. He's, other than not wanting to stand very long, but of course this started in his back, so he's still got weakness in his leg due to nerve damage. So, other than that, we're proceeding on.
All right. Thank you, Andy.
All right.
Thank you.
Tony? All right. David, what do you got?
Michelle has got the renewal of the contract for the recorder's office, disaster recovery. I've looked it over. I have no objection. It's for 1 year and it specifically requires that it be renewed. It's not an automatic renewal, which I think is better way to go. So, if the commissioners are interested in doing so, I see no legal reason not to. I haven't.
Yeah, they have copies in.
That's all I have.
You have the original or?
Yeah, yours is the original.
Okay.
And Sherry, the handled the recorder, did give me that, so she's asking that be renewed.
Make a motion to approve the disaster recovery services agreement.
Motion by Retha, second by Aaron, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And this is for the amount of, $868.01, is that correct? What I'm seeing right there.
Yes.
What else you got, David?
Um. I have been gone, while I was gone, gentleman from Oak Street Development contacted Paul, talked about, needing the drainage board to meet. I had asked them to provide me plans, and I received those plans 2 days before I left. So I didn't have a chance to go over them with Nathan or with anybody, so, I believe you told them that, Paul, you told them that the drainage board would be before the next.
Yes, I told him my attorney did not have time to look over anything and.
So, I'll have that in, I'll have information for you. I don't think. Just looking at it and knowing what I know about that area, I don't think the county's involved, but I do wanna check that with Nathan, make sure.
And he said if they did not need to be here to let him know, so.
Yeah,
If you-
I told him that previously, and
Yeah.
then I was waiting for the plans to show up.
Sure.
So that's where we are, so. I'll let everybody know, but tentatively, I guess we will schedule a drainage board meeting for what, 5 p.m.?
Well, I don't think, Retha, you can't get here, and Moose, you can't either, really at 5, right?
Oh,
I can, yeah.
Moose,
What, next meeting?
yeah, June 10th,
Yeah, I can.
Possibly,
we'll do it 5:15 with it,
5:15 or.
5:15. Let's
we'll
do it
be
for 5.
advertising for 5:15.
Yes,
June 10th.
and then our regular board meeting will start at 5:30 or immediately after the drainage board.
Said I'm got back, I'm just catching up, so that's all I have for y'all.
And don't forget about our bridge. Michelle,
Yep, a few things, it came to light end of last week that, there's jury trial a couple weeks ago. They had to have a lot of extra help, staff, there was few deputies, what did she say, 5 deputies down there. And they had a part-time bailiff come in, it's been a long time in previous employee who had experience. So she came in and helped for 16.5 hours. So that payroll is coming up now, and then we realized that, that position probably needs to be brought to you guys. It's gonna be as needed during trials. So I asked the judge and she hasn't got back with me, but she expects there could be 2 more trials this year. And that she won't know really till closer to those trials if they'll go through or not, but, so it's possible this person could go a couple more times this year. So I'm just asking if it's okay to pay out payroll, or if you'd rather it be paid out of AP, which we don't prefer since, she's not really a contract employee.
so do we need to make a line item for a part-time bailiff? And then
Well,
you can pay her out of payroll?
yeah, there is some extra money in the bailiff line, I think, cause I figured 75 hours for him, when he started, but he's been working 70. So there's money there, I can pencil transfer. It was just like $250 this time.
Let's say if we make this, we should make it like a emergency part-time bailiff, not, so it's just not a
Yeah.
part-time, I mean, just whenever we have big jury trials, not so they couldn't just call somebody in if Tony's missing or something, we need,
Yeah, I agree.
did we word it that way, David?
Yes, don't see a problem in that.
What do you think, guys?
Sounds good.
So,
Make a motion to add a line item for a part-time bailiff emergency situation as needed.
Second that.
motion by Aaron, second by Retha, all in favor? Aye.
Next, last meeting, you guys had approved for, SIDC to apply for the second draw of the Shoals Public Library Grant in the amount of $114,272.07. I don't know if this is overkill, but that money is deposited tomorrow. And it's not in your claims. I think, do they need to approve to pay that money since it's gonna be before their next meetings?
Yes.
What I
correct.
assumed, but.
Hmm.
So I'm asking if we can pay that Thursday. Pay it out.
I got one. Oh, you got one? Guys, you have any objection to paying this? Just,
Now I make a motion to improve the payout for the Southern Indiana Development Commission, claim 2 in the amount of $114,272.07.
that's a motion by Retha,
Second.
second by Aaron, all in favor?
Aye.
Made it each signed,
No, I'll just put it in the minutes, that'll be fine.
okay,
And. This time it is all being paid to the Shoals Public Library, so.
here's something, sign that one. Yeah. Let's keep that in our file anyhow.
And also at the last meeting, you guys had approved for reception desks for my office. The council meets on Monday and they'll they'll appropriate the money, for that. Hopefully, and, I'd like to be able to pay, Red Fox Cabinetry and Design like half down because he's already ordered the material. See if that was possible, that we could, after the council approves it, then I get their approval to pay half down. If I can go ahead outside of your meeting, go ahead and pay that also.
I make a motion to approve, for the council's discretion, the down payment of $3,262.50 to Red Fox.
Second.
Motion by Retha, second by Aaron, all in favor? Aye.
And it's about budget time again, so hopefully this week I'll be sending out, budgets to departments so they can go ahead and think about. Get those filled out. This will be having our department budget meetings August 4th, so it's kind of right around the corner.
When do we have ours done, by the end of June?
Yeah, I'm gonna say July 1st in the meeting, so. I believe that's all I have. Yeah, that's the,
That was the
chief
sheriff,
deputy,
that was the
Oh,
sheriff.
that part of that,
yeah.
okay.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? I have something, but I don't remember what it was. So. I will not hold up progress. Our next meeting will be here Tuesday, June 10th, 5:30 PM. Or immediately following the drainage board meeting. So if nobody else has anything,
Make a motion to adjourn?
Retha with the motion,
Second.
Aaron with the second, all in favor? Aye. Thanks for coming. I asked everybody.
Oh, you weren't specific.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Here's copies, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.